Remain on the clock with the number one overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. Head coach Brian Callahan tells NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero at the annual league meeting everything's still on the table and have a short list of players in contention for that pick, including QBs Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, two-way player Travis Hunter, and pass rusher Abdul Carter. Meantime, the Jets are big believers that Justin Fields is their answer at quarterback after recently signing him to a 2-year, $40 million deal. New head coach Aaron Glenn telling NFL Network insider Judy Batista Fields is ready to break out as a top-notch quarterback, and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure he does a good job out there. The Bills and cornerback Christian Benford agreeing to terms on a 4-year, $76 million extension, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is the story of the One. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/sports. Ethos.com/sports.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
I checked. It's a Monday. Yeah, it's a Monday. 31st day of March, 2025. Cesar Chavez Day. And let's see what's going on. In the news, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance has more than 120 FCC complaints. I used to do that back in, when I first started in radio. Anyway, multiple reports say some are calling it racist because not one white person was seen on stage. Yeah, I'm sorry, but if you have a problem with that, wait until you see the NBA championships, okay? Yeah, okay. And more in sports. The Oakland Athletics have removed Oakland from their name, okay? Well, actually, since it's Oakland, somebody probably stole it. Oakland playing in Sacramento for the next 2 or 3 or 4 years as they build a new stadium in Las Vegas. And, I hate to put it this way, but I remember when they were the Philadelphia A's. Okay. Did you know that, Jared?
So they had to get out of Philly, and then they had to get out of Oakland. That's a tough time.
Well, they got out of Philly, went to Kansas City, from Kansas City to Oakland, and now from Oakland to Las Vegas.
All right.
Yeah. And Charlie Finley isn't anywhere around. He's been dead for years. Anyway, living the first 9 years of my life near Philadelphia, I'm well aware of the Phillies and the A's. And one of the reasons the A's left is Connie Mack owned the team, managed the team, and they didn't win. They were not good. So they skedaddled for Kansas City and became a New York Yankees farm club. Or at least it seemed that way, because the Kansas City A's would develop some talent, and then they'd sell them to the Yankees. So, oh, well.
Interesting history right there.
They really do. Oh, well. Anyway, according to the new report out, we came across this. It's the annual World Happiness Report. The United States is the 24th happiest country in the world. Okay, guess what country is number one?
Which one?
Which country is number one? Finland.
Finland.
Yeah, the top 5 are Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Sweden. I guess they're just smiling because it's cold. Oh, and the Netherlands. Okay. What can I say? Those are the happiest countries, according to the poll. Birthdays today, actor William Daniels. He's still working. He's 98. Actor Shirley Jones, 91. Herb Alpert, 90. Actor Christopher Walken, 82. Comedian Gabe Kaplan, now professional poker player, is 81. Guitarist Mick Ralphs of Bad Company and Mott the Hoople, 81. Actor Ray Perlman, 77. Actor Ed Marinaro is 75, former football player in L.A. And let's see, guitarist Angus Young of AC/DC, 70. Actor Ewan McGregor, 54. Actor Erica Tazel is 50. Actor Brian Tyree Henry, 43. Actor Melissa Ordway, 42. Actor Jessica Jor is 40. Local birthdays coming up.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Let's say happy birthday, Balin McElvaney, David Oliveira, Eva Molina, Margaret Ferguson, Elsa Ordona, Riley Brown, Shannon Carson, Carolina Garcia, Hector Barcenas, Deanna Curry, Maria Carrera, Brenda Torres, Patricia Anchondo Estes, and Mark Juarez. Happy birthday from KXO. And many happy returns. So, did we have a good weekend?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You want to think about that? Okay.
How about yourself?
Yeah, it was nice and quiet. I think it's actually the first weekend that I either wasn't working or entertaining family.
All right. Yeah, you said you had family in town for a while. I'm sure you were ready for a break.
And I figured out, okay, my 4 sisters and a sister-in-law, okay, that's the way I looked at it. My wife, Pam, looked at it. She had 5 sisters-in-law visiting. Just looking at it from the other side of the coin, and it was great.
Oh, she probably had a good time. You probably had a good time, too.
I really did. And, in my family, there were 8 of us, and we all got along. Even the in-laws and several that are now outlaws. My brother's former wife, everybody's on good terms.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Everybody's staying amicable. That's nice.
It makes life easier. Yeah, okay. We're ready for news. So if you're ready, we're going to jump in and take a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. We have breaking news from the Army, which says searchers have found the bodies of 3 of the 4 American soldiers who had been missing in Lithuania. Recovery is ongoing for the 4th set of remains. Earlier today, we learned their armored vehicle had been found in a swamp. The Army says the families are being notified. Early trading on Wall Street has the Dow and NASDAQ down in response to this week's coming Trump tariffs on imports. CBS News contributor J.D. Durkin.
All this is a repricing of risk across the stock market, and I think a lot of the pain is being priced in before the damage actually occurs.
President Trump is saying he might like to run for a 3rd term. The Constitution says he can only serve 2, but he says there may be a, quote, method to make it happen. CBS's Natalie Brand.
These comments were made by President Trump during a phone interview when he said that he is thinking about this, but he would not really elaborate on the method.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.gov. to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org.
California Headline News. Private charity organizations among those helping out in the aftermath of a massive earthquake in Southeast Asia. Harry Murray with Santa Barbara-based Shelter Box USA, expecting tens of thousands of people to need emergency shelter.
Densely populated cities, very close to the epicenter. You have high-rise buildings. The potential that they're maybe not built to standards.
Murray says they've operated in Myanmar before, but it's a difficult environment because of war and poverty. Marches and rallies ahead of today's federal holiday honoring the late labor leader Cesar Chavez.
Cesar Chavez stood for workers being treated fairly with fair wages, medical plans.
Members of the Chavez Foundation saying they're carrying on his life's work at a critical time. Actor and comedian Paul Rodriguez facing drug possession charges. He was arrested Friday night in California. The Burbank Police Department saying he was arrested after a traffic stop, allegedly found with narcotics. Gas prices averaging just under $4.81 a gallon statewide. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that we breathe.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRESH to get an extra 35 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRESH for a 35 cents per gallon bonus.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have mobile service vans that come to you, and they don't charge extra. Go ahead and schedule an appointment. While your car's just sitting there, have them service it. Go online, elcentromotors.net, and schedule your appointment.
KXO News. Imperial County Sheriff's Office arrests a 36-year-old suspect. The ICSO received a report at 9 Wednesday morning. The deputies responded to the call at Bowker Road and Ross Road. There was a report of over 1,000 cardboard agriculture produce boxes that had been stolen from the area. The boxes were valued at over $2,000. The Imperial County Sheriff's Agricultural Crimes investigators took over the investigation. Thursday, a person of interest was identified. Kxo resident Joe Navar was contacted by investigators, and they found him in possession of the stolen produce boxes, as well as several other suspected stolen boxes and property. Navar was arrested and booked into county jail for grand theft and possession of stolen property. His bail was set at $10,000. The stolen boxes were returned to the owner. Investigators are working to identify other victims. And U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents assisted in rescuing a woman from the Colorado River on Thursday. A CBP Air and Marine Operations helicopter from the Yuma Air Branch discovered a capsized boat in the river about 22 miles south of the Hoover Dam. There was a woman in distress by the overturned boat. The CBP helicopter landed on a nearby riverbank and dispatched an EMT to aid the woman. The woman told the agents that she had been there since the day before. She had struck her head and had lost consciousness. She was provided fresh food and water, and the National Park Service was notified. The Park Service arrived on the scene at about 7 p.m. Thursday and assisted the woman to safety. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and the Brawley Police Department and friends will participate. Brawley Police and U.S. Border Patrol officers will call attention to autism awareness with a horse ride through the streets of Brawley. The ride will start at 4 p.m. on Thursday, April 3rd at the Brawley Police Department. The riders will traverse a designated route through the city and end at Main and Plaza. Brawley Police say the event is a demonstration of solidarity and community spirit as law enforcement officials and community members unite to support individuals and families impacted by autism. And a nursing program expands. The number of incoming students at the Imperial Valley College nursing program has doubled. A record number of nursing students will begin training at IVC in the fall semester. The new semester will have 60 entry-level RN students, an increase from 30. There will be 20 LVN to RN bridge students and 26 entry-level LVN students, according to Daniel Ortiz, Associate Dean of Nursing and Allied Health at IVC. This expansion represents a transformative step for our program and the regional healthcare system. To reach a broader applicant pool, IVC has extended recruiting efforts in Yuma, Coachella Valley, and the San Diego region. IVC has received approval of the Board of Registered Nursing and the California Community College's Chancellor's Office to remove the requirement that placed a time restriction on needing to have taken a recent science prerequisite. IVC's nursing application program will be extended through April 30th, 2025. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have mobile service vans, and they have 3 convenient locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
And it's page 2 of the local news, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. They have daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every single day.
A bachelor's degree in industrial automation. It is closer to becoming a reality. Imperial Valley College has received conditional approval from the California Community College's Chancellor's Office to offer a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Automation. If fully approved, it would mark the first time in Imperial Valley College's history that a bachelor's degree program will be available to local students. IVC Superintendent President Lenore Johnson said this milestone marks a defining moment for this institution and our community, and they take a step closer to transforming the economic and educational landscape of Imperial County. The program must still receive final approval from the Accrediting Commission for Community and Junior Colleges. Once granted, IVC will be fully authorized to launch the program, bringing new opportunities for students to pursue high-wage careers without leaving the region. So yeah, you got opportunities in nursing and in industrial automation. Very cool. Special enforcement in April. El Centro Police Department will be conducting a special enforcement operation. It will run through the month of April. The operation will focus on drivers suspected of violating the hands-free cell phone law. Under current law, drivers are not allowed to operate a vehicle while holding a phone or electronic communications device. This includes talking, texting, or using an app. Using a handheld cell phone is punishable by a fine. Violating the hands-free law for a second time within 36 months of a prior conviction for the same offense will result in a point being added to a driver's record. El Centro Police Chief Robert Sawyer says a driver's focus should be on the road, not their phone. If you have an important phone call or need to program directions, pull over to a safe parking spot. Before driving, either silence your phone or put it somewhere you can't reach. Funding for this operation is provided by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. And a free kindergarten oral health fair is coming up. It's going to be held at Southwest High School in El Centro. It's being hosted by Southwest High School HOSA and Future Health Professionals. It is set for Saturday, April 12th from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. It'll be held at the Southwest High School Health Science Center. The event will include free oral health screenings for children entering kindergarten, meeting the requirements for California's AB 1433. The Assembly bill mandates that children receive an oral health assessment before starting school. The event will also feature a resource fair with participation from Imperial County Oral Health Task Force, Southwest High School Dental Assistant Program, and America's Tooth Fairy, and more. Parents and guardians are encouraged to pre-register their child. Screenings will be limited to the first 200 pre-registrations. KXO News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather up next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For March specials, enjoy our drink of the month, the Irish Gold, or an ice-cold Guinness on tap. Our plate of the month for March is Chicken Poblano Pasta. Burgers and Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, seasonably warm temperatures and afternoon breezy conditions continue today. An unsettled weather pattern takes hold tomorrow, with temperatures cooling below normal through the remainder of the work week. Tomorrow is also expected to be the windiest day, with strongest winds expected over the Imperial and Yuma valleys. There is a slight chance for light showers Wednesday and again on Friday. 84 the high in the valley yesterday, 65 the overnight low. Wind gusts peaked at 42 miles an hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 83. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 58. West wind about 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 73. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. And right now, downtown, 68 degrees, 64% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest, 15 to 20 miles an hour. Air quality is good. Local news, page 2, is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. It's the Peanut Patch for Easter. That's right, the Peanut Patch. What a great place for Easter candies. The Peanut Patch with homemade chocolates, fresh English toffee, chocolate-covered raisins, pecan turtles made from a special family recipe. No wonder the Easter Bunny hangs out at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch open Monday through Saturday. Don't forget they offer free tours Tuesdays and Fridays. The Peanut Patch. What a great place to visit. Take a tour. See what they have. So many things more than just chocolates and candy. By the way, the Peanut Patch ships anywhere in the U.S. Anywhere in the world, they have their very own post office. It's the Peanut Patch. Get directions on the web. Visit thepeanutpatch.com. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Women's college basketball. Yesterday, South Carolina topped Duke 54-50. Meanwhile, UCLA ran past LSU 72-55. Action continues. TCU and Texas will square off this afternoon, followed by UConn and USC. Men's college basketball scoreboard yesterday. It was Houston clobbering Tennessee 69-50. Number 1 Auburn topped Michigan State 72-64. That sets up the Final Four on Saturday. We've got game starting at noon with Florida and Auburn, and followed by Houston and Duke.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, the Angels slipped by the White Sox 3-2. And it was the Diamondbacks beating up on the Cubs 10-6. Padres shut out the Braves 5-0. And the Dodgers, well, they had the day off. In the NBA, Cavaliers clobbered the Clippers 127-122. Knicks topped the Trailblazers 110-93. Hawks hammered the Bucks 145-124. Timberwolves topped the Pistons 123-104. Pelicans got by the Hornets 98-94. Can you say defense? The Warriors whipped the Spurs 148-106. Raptors rolled over the 76ers 127-109, and the Rockets beat up on the Suns 148-109. And that's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. As Wall Street heads into a new quarter, a flurry of President Donald Trump's tariffs are set to go into effect, and this has traders on edge and has helped put U.S. stocks on track for their worst quarter in years. Wall Street has been rocked with volatility this year as Trump's tariff proposals have kept investors in a cloud of uncertainty. The benchmark S&P 500 index is down more than 5% this year, on track for its worst losing quarter since September 2023 and its worst quarter since September 2022. Stocks around the globe were lower today ahead of Trump's so-called Liberation Day, Wednesday, when reciprocal tariffs, in addition to others, are set to go into effect. Economists anticipate these sweeping tariffs could spur inflation and drag on economic growth. The growing concern over sticker shock has one cause. That's proposed 25% tariffs on imported vehicles and parts, which are expected to take effect Thursday. The tariffs will likely impact the cost of cars built in American factories, too, by thousands of dollars. That's because there is no such thing as an all-American car. All 10.2 million cars built in U.S. factories last year were built with a significant number of imported parts, mainly from Canada and Mexico. After a surge in car buying, auto sales can expect to drop while new and used car prices increase, and some models will be eliminated, according to experts. Right now on the market, big board, Dow off 27 points at 41,559. The S&P 500 down 48 at 5,533. And the NASDAQ off 337 points at 16,987.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here at Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny today with a high near 83. West wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Partly cloudy tonight with a low around 58. West wind around 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 73. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. We are holding at 68 degrees downtown El Centro, 60% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Air quality is still good throughout the Imperial Valley. The financial news update and the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only Imperial Valley postal box service that offers 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio.
AM 1230, KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Strong storms pose a threat to millions today after a weekend of deadly and severe weather. CBS's Jim Crisula.
Nearly 90 million people are under a severe weather threat today as the cleanup and damage assessment continues from strong storms, including suspected tornadoes over the weekend in the nation's heartland. Heather Marks lives in Roselawn, Indiana.
We heard a huge bang and a tree fell through our house. All four of my girls' rooms are destroyed.
A truck driver was killed in northern Indiana when winds blew over his rig. 3 people died and 3 were badly hurt when a tree fell onto a vehicle near Kalamazoo, Michigan.
The U.S. Army says 3 of the 4 missing soldiers in Lithuania have been found dead after recovering their armored vehicle today from a swamp. President Trump's new tariffs are due to roll out this week. Investment strategist Charles Lieberman tells CBS News.
The real question is whether or not prices will come down. Far more likely they will go up because it does increase the cost of goods coming into the country, and that's got to be reflected in final prices.
President Trump says he's not joking when he talks about serving a third term. CBS's Weijia Jiang says comments about that came in an NBC interview.
President Trump says he is not ruling out seeking another term because he claims there are, quote, methods for doing so. He added that he's not joking, but there's a long way to go between now and then. The Constitution says no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. And changing the Constitution requires a 2/3 vote in Congress or a constitutional convention where 34 states request it.
Well, CBS's Ed O'Keefe is in Wisconsin, where voters decide this week on a hotly contested state Supreme Court battle that featured Elon Musk handing out $1 million checks to 2 voters in his political action group.
So why all the attention and money spent on this race? Well, it's going to determine the ideological balance of the state Supreme Court, and they're expected to handle a series of hot-button issues in the coming years. Abortion rights, whether labor unions can organize state workers, and then perhaps most critically ahead of next year's midterm elections, congressional redistricting. And then, of course, Elon Musk. Some critics say he's got business interests here in the state. That's why he's so interested.
On the Health Watch, a just-released Danish study surveyed women who took hormonal contraceptives within the first year after giving birth. Dr. Soren Vinton Larsen authored that report.
They had an increased risk of being registered with a depression diagnosis or starting on antidepressant medication within that first year.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 19 points. The S&P is down 39. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
A controversial political figure in France has been convicted in a criminal case.
Far-right leader Marine Le Pen has seen her dreams of being the next president of France dashed by a court today. She was found guilty of embezzling EU funds, using them to pay for staffers of her National Rally Party. In sentencing, the judge imposed an immediate bar on her seeking public office, which means she will not be able to run for president in 2027. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
A Kremlin spokesman says Russia views efforts to end its 3-year war with Ukraine as a drawn-out process. After President Trump expressed frustration with the 2 countries' leaders, Kremlin says attempts to secure a settlement that stops the fighting are still ongoing, and President Putin is ready to speak to Donald Trump. Russia has effectively rejected an American proposal for a 30-day halt in the fighting. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.